Five.
But yeah.
Let's see. We should be able to see our chat as people join here. Hopefully, we can get some people in here.
Oh yeah. If my friends are
Oh,
allowed to be for my page, then they'll be here.
oh, there
Oh,
we go.
believe me.
We got one. Chat and let us know you're
Oh yeah.
here. Let us know. Let us know you've made it here with us. Got a special impromptu state preview show on the
Oh
boys'
yeah.
side. Not sure the games are going to be more exciting than the ones we saw this past weekend, though. I mean,
Hey man. First of all, before we get to that, once again, man, my gratitude to you and Cal. I had a blast with y'all. I definitely look forward to working with y'all in the future. That's that. Hey, that was
it,
fun, man.
it's that itch that you scratch, and you're like, man, I like the feeling of that. That was a lot of
Yeah,
fun.
I already told you. I'm in.
But you
I'm
had a lot of
in. No doubt about it.
you had a lot of good comments. People that enjoyed hearing you on, so that was cool.
Dude, I was getting hit up by everybody. Like everybody, was like, "Hey, man, that is your calling. You got a natural calling for that. Like y'all did so good." I said, "Do you know how hard that was to sit there and watch? They would just dunk after dunk
No,
after dunk,
I mean,
and it was
there
just
wasn't much you could say. I mean, it was just except for
it
just
was
and then to have the reaction cam. Kyle's working on some of that.
yeah.
He's been working on the highlight clips that we have, and man, we got some good ones. I know that there
Oh,
was
he is.
there was some good ball, just not just Faith family, but the whole tournament. Just good plays by a lot of great players in that tournament.
Hey, man, that was a lot of good players in that tournament. I think who stood out the most. I gotta give my hat to someone who I didn't expect to stand out the most. We know about Dorian, we know about Jazz, we know about um, everybody else, but I got two players I want to highlight, and it wasn't Isaac. Isaac did his thing. Lamondrick Hartfield and Devon Atkins.
Atkins was nasty at the
Atkins
up the
stood
rim.
out, man. He stood out big time to me.
And that was kind of the thing that I thought. Well, maybe they would drop a little bit because of losing Toppin. You lose that kind of talent aside. But Atkins as a
Yes.
sophomore is is filling in quite well there.
Well, I think Faith Family may have just found the next topping.
Yeah, and
I
they
really do.
he's got a couple years to hone his craft too. He's
Exactly.
gonna start
And
start getting some offers here pretty soon.
and Hartfield definitely stepped in into the role of Peyton Gusters, because Guster was an outstanding player last year for Faith Family. And I think Hartfield really stepped in and took that role.
Yeah, I think that's awesome that they were able to do it. Now, um, so we want to talk about all these tournaments. There's some pretty good matchups. I know we're going to be covering the Shelbyville game. Our one of our crews is going down and doing audio only broadcast for Shelbyville, one of the schools that we covered. Coming out of that region in Athens, uh, knocked off a defending state finalist, LaPointer. And then the favorite, probably in the region, due to Martins Mills injuries, was Beckville, and they knocked them off. It's tough to beat a team three times, and Beckville couldn't do it. And Shelbyville, under Coach Wager, is headed to state. That's exciting for over here in this area.
That's lovely. That's lovely. Anytime you head at the state, that mean you accomplished a big goal. Just like I saw a piece last night on Ponder that this their first time going to state in a while, and those kids were just excited. So I love to see it.
Yeah, Ponder. That was a tough region. Um, that was a Mount Pleasant Chapel Hill favorite region. I think that they had beat Hooks on a couple of classic games this year, earlier in the year in the 10 Hoff final. I don't know if you got to see that buzzer beater shot at the buzzer to win.
Uh, I didn't see the game, but I saw the shot.
and then
I
they
saw the
had,
shot.
and then they also won, this one in overtime to get to that. And I wonder if it's one of those, maybe they thought they had it. They beat Hooks. They kind of, and then, slip up the next round. Ponder got them, but then Tatum thought they might win, but they had a tough matchup on the other side. So, man, that region up there, A buddy of mine actually called that one for an FHS. Another good region up there in the. I think where's that? It starts with a P. Um,
Oh,
gosh, nice facility. I went blank there all of a sudden.
I mean, I'm trying to think.
Gosh, really nice. I don't want to say Peaster. It's not Peaster. It's gosh, I'm pretty sure it starts with a P. Maybe somebody can help us out.
Well, let's jump right into it.
Okay.
Let's start with 1A.
Okay, go for it.
Okay, we got Benjamin, the number 3 team in the state in 1A, 23-1. That's an impressive record. Versus Gordon.
You know why they're only 23-1?
Why is that?
They won football. They won the 6-man, I believe. They got Grayson. Then that got Grayson Rigdon. Isn't that the kid that they've got that's like scoring like 60 points a game? I'm pretty sure that's him. He was their football star. He's on some kind of state pace. I want to look to see. I know I was kind of following that just because they kept showing it. He was on a pace to break the national scoring record for a season.
Wow.
I need to look him up because I'm pretty sure that's who it is. But yeah, that's an interesting one. I'm going to see that because they don't have as many games because they played so deep. You know, with 1A, you don't have anybody else. Everybody plays everything. So
yeah, that 6-man football is so funny to watch. I love it. It's funny. It is funny.
But that it'd be interesting. That's the storyline.
Give me 1 second here.
Let's see. Should have that up here and bring my Max Preps up so I can have.
So yeah, versus Gordon. Who you got in that one? Benjamin or Gordon?
I'm taking the best player on the court. I'm taking Benjamin. I just think at that level, if you got the best guy, I'm rolling with it because you know it's so much separation between the teams. So I'm going to take them, and I want to make sure, but I'm pretty sure I want to see his scoring as far as the record goes because I'm curious to know if who you got. You gonna ride with the best player? Or you going?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Benjamin. I don't know too much about these two teams, so I'm definitely gonna go with Benjamin.
That's the only reason I know because of he was good in football. We cover football as well, and I remember that name. I do want to verify it though. I want to pull up their team. 23-1. Here we go. Let's see. Grayson Rigdon. That's his name. Yeah. So he is a junior. 5'10". I want to see if they've got. Well, that's football stats. Yeah, he's 22 yards a carry. That's pretty good. I want to see his stats for basketball. 46 or 47.6 points a game.
Give me 1 second, real quick.
Man, that's impressive. Whew.
Okay, I'm back.
Oh, you're good. So it's 47.6 points a game, Mr. Rigdon.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And 9.6 rebounds, 5.1 assists, 7.1 steals. That's a pretty good stat line. I'm going with him. I'm taking Benjamin to win it all, actually.
Well, in that case, we ain't got to go to the next one. So you took Benjamin to win it all. We're gonna skip past. We're gonna skip to. We're gonna skip to that one then.
Well, who's in the next game? I don't.
Jayden, number 2 in the state, 36-3 versus Fayetteville, 32-5.
Okay. I mean, I don't know anything about those teams, but I think either one's going to be a tough matchup when you got somebody that can score like that. I mean, and he's only 5'10". It's not like he's a big guy.
Wow.
Just his stroke. Wow. I mean, it's tough to ride when you got somebody that much better than everybody on the floor. I mean, 47.
Well, I'm definitely going to take I'm going to take Benjamin. I'm going to take Benjamin over Jayden.
I mean, and they're putting up a good number of points. They're averaging 86.5 points a game is Benjamin.
Wow.
That's a high scoring
I'm
game.
about to watch Benjamin on Thursday. I'm about to watch them.
Yeah, I want to see
I
him
gotta see
too.
that game. I gotta
I
see
think
that game.
I think that's be a good one to watch.
Hold on. He good? Okay. All right. Here go a good one.
Okay.
Speaking of Ponder, you got Ponder 36-6 versus Holiday 34-2. Now Holiday has been one of those teams this year I have really kept an eye on. They're flying. They're flying high right now. Ponder's the Cinderella story that like I said, I saw on the news, and I would love for them to win. It's gonna be a
Mm.
hard one. I'm gonna let you go first on this one.
You know, I'm gonna go with Ponder because I think they played in a tough region. If you can get out of that region, Region 2 up there with the
Yeah,
likes of Mount Pleasant, Chapel Hill, you've always
Dallas Madison.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's a tough region. So I think that's to me when your region's strong and you get out of there, like I think it's gonna be successful for them. I'm gonna go with Ponder.
That's a good one. I'm with you on that. Like I said, Holiday's had a. It's not on Facebook. Holiday's had a great year. But I'm gonna go with Ponder also on that one.
Okay.
Then you got the next game. Now this next is gonna be good. You
Okay.
got Hitchcock, number one in the state, 32-3 versus Cole. Now Cole has been in that spotlight for years,
Now
and that
they're
they've been here knocking for years.
they're on a home court advantage down.
Exactly.
I mean, I'm feeling like that's pretty big advantage. I mean, you get to sleep in your own bed at night. You just drive up to the arena. I mean, and you're gonna have a huge crowd. Obviously, I mean, San Antonio. If you're anybody there just attending the game from San Antonio, probably gonna root for San Antonio team.
I agree. I
That's
agree.
so you got to go on the road if you're Hitchcock to a hostile environment and win
So
a
you
game.
took Ponder in the first one.
I took Ponder.
Who you got in the second one?
This one's tough for me because I like that home court advantage. I mean, I don't know. It's not like it's 2 hours. It's right down the
Right
road.
there.
So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with the upset.
Huh?
I'm gonna take San Antonio Cole.
I kind of like it. It work.
Give me 1 second.
Okay.
It's the car right here.
Give me 1 second. Which one?
The Nissan Maxima, the white one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
I gotta come out there and reset it. You been going yours? Okay. Sorry about that.
Very good.
So state championship. Ponder versus who? Cole.
I'm going Cole. I'm gonna take the.
I'm going Cole too.
I think it's tough to get that big home crowd. I think it's gonna be Cole.
Unfortunately, well, good for Cole. No Dallas Madison this time in their way, so I'm gonna go with Cole.
Okay, and I'm thinking so that game's on. That's a Thursday game, right? So
These are the Thursday games first. Yeah.
Championship games on Saturday. So if Ponder wins, the game's on Saturday. Everybody in the whole city of Ponder is coming on Saturday. I don't
Oh,
think
really?
they'll all come on Thursday because it's during the work week.
But they'll be there Saturday if they win.
So I think the home court advantage is less to me. It's easier for a team to, hey, I'm going to take a couple hours off and go check out San Antonio Cole versus making a whole hotel trip and all that. So I'm going to go with Region 2. I'm going with Ponder. I say Ponder. They finished their story. No pun intended there. They finished their story.
Shout out to Cody Rhodes.
and they take the championship. Who you got?
Okay. I got Cole. Like I said, Madison has been a thorn in their side for years. I think this is Cole. Like you said, home court advantage right down the road. I do think San Antonio Cole cut down the nets in San Antonio.
Okay.
Finally. In front of that home crowd. I got another Thursday game. Now, this is going to be a good one right here. This probably going to be the best game of Thursday. You got number 2 in the state, who I've been really high on all year long. San Antonio Veterans Memorial versus Colleen Ellison. Of course, Ellison is returning back to the state tournament where they lost to Dallas Kimball last year. Well, for me, this game is personal. I got family ties to this game. Ellison's starting guard, Chris White, happened to be my cousin.
Okay.
So of course I'm
You
gonna
gotta
go with my
go.
cousin in this one.
So you're gonna go against your strategy. You just said home court advantage, and now you're going against the strategy. I'm gonna call you Corey. You switching sides. You making your narrative fit to which one you want it for.
Brett, I cannot pick against my cousin. I can't do it. This is senior year. I
I
can't
get it.
do it.
I got it. I got you.
Hey, Brett, you want to hear a funny story?
Okay, go for
Last year, right? Okay. So T. John Brown from Kimball last year. That's my cousin on one of my sides of the family. And Chris is my cousin, who I'm talking about now. They faced off last year in the state championship game, and I was torn who to go for.
it. You had but you didn't lose, but you did.
No.
Somebody
See,
had to win at least.
I wanted Chris to win because they're more of the underdogs than Dallas Kimball was, but that Kimball team was just too much for him last year.
Yeah, you're
But
gonna find out really quickly how good that Kimball team is. We talked about that a little over the weekend. That they're gonna be being a big rival. Not that they're not a rival, but it's even going to be more of a rivalry now with you and with your Carter team and Kimball.
well, I do believe next season, instead of with Faith Family gone, I do think we're gonna have a Kimball Carter regional championship game. I really do.
Be a packed house there. It might be
a
little rowdy in there.
I think Kimball and Carter both gonna be in Commerce.
Okay,
I do believe that, unless they go through with the split with the 4A split.
They wouldn't do that now, though. I don't think, right? I mean, they've already set
I
that
would hope
this
not.
year.
Good.
Sure, they're going to wait till the next alignment to do something like that.
They have to, because it's going to benefit a lot of teams though when they do that split though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well,
a lot of teams gonna have chances. I would like that.
I'm gonna go.
But
I'm gonna go with Veterans Memorial. I'm trying to stay with my home court. I think it's gonna be especially with a bigger school like that. Man, they're gonna have so many fans there.
Oh man, home field, home court.
Yeah, it's kind of like when you guys are up there in AT&T Stadium. Those Dallas teams, man, they pack it up.
Especially South Oak Cliff, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. They packed it up.
Yeah.
So you got Vet.
Yeah, I know I'm going with. I know I'm going with the second game.
Okay, so the second game we got Lancaster versus Amarillo.
I'm going with Lancaster. No hesitation. They got their scare in the regional final a little closer than I thought it might be. And they're trying to finish. I think them and Faith Family are kind of similar. They want to get this championship before they move up to the next level. So I'm actually going to take Lancaster to take it all.
Well, my state championship game is Lancaster versus Ellison, and of course, I got Ellison.
Yeah, you couldn't go against them now. You got to stick with your guy.
No. I will be there to see it. If he, like you said, it's a work week, so if he wins Thursday night, I'm there Saturday morning. I'm down there.
All right.
I got to see that.
Okay. So it's gonna be Lancaster then for me versus San Antonio Veterans Memorial, and I'm going with Lancaster. So
wow. So you got Lancaster cut down the nets.
I got them going,
and I got Ellison. Okay, we there. All right. So that's Thursday games. Moving on to Friday, we got Lapan 34-4. Yeah, 34-4 versus New Home. I'm definitely gonna take Lapan because I didn't see them a lot, like everywhere. So I'm definitely going that route.
They're a good team. I think I'm gonna go Lapan, and I'm also gonna go ahead and make my second pick is gonna be Shelbyville. That makes
I'm going with that with you. I'm with you on that one. I'm rooting for you. I'm going with Shelbyville on that one.
And I'm going to take Shelbyville to win. I think I've heard from several coaches that talk to Lipan, and that they're a really good team, but they have trouble with athletic teams. Shelbyville's got a lot of athletes. They're actually really young. They've got they've got a Barnes kid. I think he's a freshman. That's super athletic. And so I'm going to go with Shelbyville cutting down the nets for the 2A.
Okay. I'm with you on that. I'm going to take Shelbyville also. All right. Here go to probably the biggest game of the weekend. I think this game go either way. Let's see how we both feel on this.
Okay.
You got Canyon Randall, 34-3 versus Silsby.
Man, that's a good one, man. I think this is going to be similar to the regional that we were at. I think this game is going to be the game. The other game is going to go one sided. I have a feeling.
Yeah, I believe that one too.
I'm going to go with Silsby though. I think they're the guard play of Harris and Miller are just going to be too much.
Yes.
Man, that Miller guy, dude, he is a freaking. I watched some.
Yeah.
He is like he looks like he's a middle linebacker in the NFL, and he can move like on the court.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't want to get in his way. Swinney School of Flop says, "Do not get in the way of a guy that big for your own
But
sake."
you know the thing about Silsby though, you know, when they was on their losing streak a little bit, that was due to Miller not playing basketball. You know, Miller had committed to A&M, that he decommitted, and while he was decommitted, he was contemplating on is he gonna play or not. And it took a lot, but he finally decided to play. And when he played, it changed everything.
Mm-hmm.
But I had Booker T. Washington penciled in to get the state before he made that decision. He made that decision. I said, "Oh, this Silsby all the way."
Well, good thing you had it in pencil.
Yeah, I could erase it.
You could erase that and change it. But yeah, I'm going with Silsby. I'm going with Faith Family. I don't think. Sorry, but I've seen those guys and they are impressive. Just to say it nicely, impressive.
Well, coming from a Carter guy, you know how hard it's going to be to say this? Faith Family will leave Class 4A a 4-time defending state champion.
I totally agree.
But,
I mean, we saw it.
Silsby's going to battle.
We saw it. I mean, it's going to be tough, but man, they just got dudes all over the place. I mean, just straight up dudes. Like I think Harrison and Miller, they're impressive, but what about Williams from Faith Family? You got Jazz Henderson. I mean,
he's unstoppable.
Man.
Williams is unstoppable.
Oof.
And like we said before, Atkins is on a whole nother level. So
yeah. And then don't forget the 6th man of the year.
Dorian.
Dorian, man. You got
Dorian.
Bring a guy off the bench. Oh, let me just bring this 6'11" guy off the bench that can shoot threes, can post up, get rebounds, whatever, man.
He said, you know how good you are when you have a 6'11" dude on the bench.
That's usually a college team or NBA.
And he come off the bench.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's how
and come in and average 20 points off the bench.
That's how good a Coach Thomas is, though. He gets those guys to buy in. You got guys on the bench that could go somewhere else and be starting, but they buy into what he preaches. I don't know if you guys see the highlight clips that they put out in their social media of this last weekend, and it just showed like him coaching them up and him like, man, it was out. I have a lot of respect for him before, but like he has complete control of that team. They never lose focus. They're very disciplined. You really don't see them making boneheaded plays like, getting them like in foul trouble or text or anything like that. That's what impresses me more than anything else. Like he's just they're all good players, but they're all seem to be good people too. Like
they are. We had a chance to see this weekend 2 games in a row where they like 1 minute they was just playing all right basketball, and they know how to just go from just boom.
It's like they're in a Lamborghini or something.
What just happened? Like that quick.
Yeah.
Like both games. The Pinkston game, we was like, okay, Pinkston was clamming with them. Next thing you know, they just took off. Carter game. It was 8-7. Just that quick. We're looking at a 15-point game.
It's like get the rebound, push the floor, pass it out. 3, good. Get it back, rebound, pass up, and then a breakaway dunk, and the whole crowd. I mean, it's just like the whole. Uncle Mo was
coach.
Uncle Mo was like kind of in the middle, and then all of a sudden he was in full gear on Faith Family side, cheering them on. I mean, it was crazy.
Yeah, Coach Thomas. If you're out there listening, you're a hell of a coach. I do think this is y'all year again, and I don't think it's just now. I think y'all go to 5A and do the same thing.
I don't think there's any reason they can't.
I don't think there's no competition in 5A. Lancaster's going to 6A. Kimball's going to 4A. Only thing you got to deal with is probably like a Fort Bend Marshall or Ellison losing their whole team. So I don't expect them to be back next year.
But usually the difference is like players and size, and they already have that. right?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, your bigger schools are going to have more guys, and they're going to have probably some guys that are a lot taller and more athletic, faster. They have that already.
Wait a minute. Did what's name drop back down to 5A or they say it in 6A
Who's that?
in realignment? Beaumont United.
I don't know. Not sure.
I think they dropped back down, did they?
If they did, that would be competition for him.
Yeah, that'd be competition.
Hey, our man Larry's on. Come on, ref. That's got to be him. What's up, Larry?
Oh, Larry.
They were out calling soccer tonight. They had the center soccer team won 4-1 over there in Tenhaw.
So Stafford don't have a chance at all.
I don't think so. I think that's just tough. They're happy to be there at this point. They saw their draw and they're like, man.
I know you get there, you be like, okay, we there. You play Faith Family. Who?
Oh,
like, man, come on. Why?
They start going to look at the film like, oh my, is this a college team? Wait a second here.
You know what? You got a good point. What do you do when you don't know nothing about this team and you go study film? You're like, okay, we playing who? Faith Family. Then you go look at it, you're like, wait a minute, what?
And they just go look at the film. Oh, they played Dallas Carter. They're number 4 team in the state. Let me go look. They're dunking all over them. I mean,
it just had your mind like,
wow. What do you do?
All right, we got the last region. We got Plano East versus Lake Ridge. Now, I'm gonna tell you something.
I got something for this. I got something special for this one.
This game here can go either way. It really can. I seen both teams play this year. I was really, really, truly impressed with Lake Ridge.
Okay.
Me and my girlfriend, we decided to go. We was bored. We like, let's go to Lake Ridge, watch a Hatchie playoff game. She was impressed. She was sitting there looking like, oh my God, these kids are good. I think Lake Ridge had a pedigree, but too much DJ, too much John Tran, and too much Jordan Mizell. I think Plano East beats them by 5.
Here's my pick. This is dedicated to my man Matt Diggs.
Matt Diggs.
The Roman Reigns of 6A, Plano East. They're the head of the table. Nobody's been able to solve them. You're undefeated. They're moving on.
Okay, so the second game, Stony Point, who has been one of the most outstanding teams all year, versus the team who's always seemed to be there. 6A, 5A, don't matter. Beaumont United. Were laid by Cade Dotson. And if anybody out there, if you ain't seen Cade Dotson play basketball, my advice to get to San Antonio or subscribe to the NHFS network and watch, because Cade Dotson is someone you really, really want to see. That kid is special. And with that being said, it's gonna be hard, man. I got a lot of respect for Beaumont United. I think they got a hell of a program over there. But Stony Point, Plano East plays first. So if Plano East wins, you got to believe that Stony Point is going to be licking their chops, saying, we want them. We want to get our lick back. I watched that game in Grand Prairie. I mean, in what was that? Mansfield. What a game. What a game. I do think Stony Point want that rematch, and I think they will get that rematch.
Ooh, okay. I'm going Beaumont United. I think.
Oh, wow.
I'm going Beaumont United. Yeah, that's who I'm going with. And I think that I don't think Beaumont United, though. I don't think they finished their story. I think Plano East takes the championship. And if I didn't do this, my man Diggs will be all over me. So I'm going with Plano East to finish it off and continue their reign as the champion.
Okay, so real quick, so we through with basketball. Jumping to wrestling real quick.
Okay.
You saw SmackDown this past weekend, right?
I sure did, and I will be there live this Friday
So
night.
you saw how Roman grabbed The Rock's arm and made him acknowledge.
I know, and he did it anyway. But there's something.
Can't you see the setup coming? Can you see it coming?
It's coming. Do you see how he goes up with his hand and he has this? He does this instead of the one.
The loser. He does.
Paul Heyman had looked over there. They've kind of taken some screen captures of where he's looking over at him like with this, he's suspicious already.
Hey,
So,
I definitely think he screws Roman on night 2, and Cody Rhodes finishes story.
if they don't finish the story with Cody Rhodes right now,
I'm gonna be mad.
they're
I'm
gonna
gonna be
get
mad.
screwed out of the whole. Like, now I do like the way that they did it. So like The Rock came back, and they originally were gonna have him in Roman, I think, and they made
Yep.
the quick switch after the crowd's reaction. It's been something that they normally wouldn't do in the before Triple H had full control, but they were able to switch it really quick. And The Rock it's been great. I think he done a good job of kind of taking on the heel or the heel role real quickly. And but yeah, I do think that something's coming. I don't know if it's going to be at WrestleMania. If not, it's like maybe he gets suspicious and they continue to build it because they've got a year to build this up. So maybe he doesn't cost him yet. Maybe it comes, he loses the title and it kind of causes some stir because I think Cody has to finish it, and then they want Rock and Roman at some point. I know they've signed one of the guys from New Japan that they've been trying to get for a while. So maybe they add some more pieces and they have kind of an integral, like a split in the bloodline, and there's got a lot of things they can do with it. But I think, I don't know that he interferes yet because that would be too quickly kind of, I think they slow play it. If they're smart, they'll slow play it out. Maybe it busts up at SummerSlam and then they build it to Mania next year. I don't know.
Well, I tweeted The Rock on Twitter, and I say I'm a big fan. Of course, I've been a big fan of Rock for years. Can you please come out WrestleMania with my favorite theme song you ever made, the Hollywood theme? I love it. I love it.
Well, I did notice they did change the eyes on the bull, on the Brahma bull in his entrance. Now it's red instead of blue. They did point that out, and then they noticed that. But yeah. So if you like our wrestling talk, those that are listening, we do have a wrestling podcast. I know we'll have one for Mania. I know we always have one. We've kind of been lax on them lately. Try to have them before all the shows. Speaking of that, did you catch the AEW show this last week?
I did.
I thought it was a good show. Those last 3 matches, Darby Allin is insane. The shot,
he's great.
Man,
he's great.
I mean, my goodness, his back was like cut in half, and he continued the match like going through the glass. That was
this what I want to hear. Can you hear it?
No, I can't hear it. What is it?
You can't hear it? Oh.
What is it?
The Hollywood theme. That's what I want to hear at WrestleMania. I want to look up and see, is cooking. Did he come out? If you smile, that'll do it for me. I'll be excited if he does that.
I'm just pumped to get to see him live. I've never actually seen him live at an event. Like, this will be my first SmackDown or Raw, either one. And so the fact that we got the tickets, before Christmas, we got them.
Y'all smart.
The kids.
Y'all smart.
I didn't know that, like, The Rock hadn't even came back yet at that point. So we got them. And so I'm taking my 2 kids and my wife. My wife couldn't care less about it, but
yeah, they jacked up now. I looked. I said, ooh,
yeah.
Because my girlfriend like, let's go. And I'm like, babe, they ain't what they used to be no more. The Rock's gonna be there. They in the 200 range now.
I could probably sell my tickets and make like a grand, but
yes, you can.
I'm
not. You gotta have a desperate fan. It never fails.
I know.
It never fails.
But I'm excited to get to have that experience with my kids. It's gonna be a lot of fun. But yeah, the AEW show was great. Man, I could watch the what's his name? Gosh, I went blank all of a sudden. The guy that just signed.
Will Ospreay.
Will Ospreay. I could watch him all
oh my
day
God.
long.
Me too. Me too.
That guy is crazy.
That guy is good, man.
Man.
I watched that match. I was like, oh my God, this dude got some skills.
Yeah.
I see why they fought for his rights.
Oh yeah. That was a great
yes, I see why now. He would have been the truth.
Yeah. So I'm excited about that. You got Mercedes Moné, supposed going to be returning, I think, next week. They've
to AEW?
AEW, yeah.
Oh wow.
He's going to be returning. They've already kind of put it out with Boston, Boston. They've kind of already dropped some teas. So she'll be.
Let me ask you this about WWE. Did you see the Trent or the Trick Mello split coming? I saw it a long time ago.
Yeah, it's been they really slow played that. I kind
Yeah,
of thought that would happen a long time ago. I try to watch NXT sometimes, but it's hard to there's just so much wrestling to get in. So I don't always catch it, but I did go back and watch that. Um man, I think the Tiffany Stratton call up, man, she's gonna be
she's the next big thing.
I mean, that she's gonna be over no matter heel or face. She's kind of like
Yeah.
someone compared her to LA Knight. Like no matter what she does, people are gonna like her.
You know the funny thing about that Elimination Chamber, she came in as a heel, and they were cheering her so much. She started turning face like during the match because they were cheering her so much. Like she had some fans. Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, it was pretty incredible actually.
I think Drew get cashed in on. I hate to say it. I think Damien gonna cash in on him.
Yeah, it's very
Yeah,
possible.
I hate to say it. He gonna win. He gonna win the title in front of a live crowd, and Damien, the music gonna hit. Judgment Day music gonna hit. Or Damien might do a Seth Rollins WrestleMania 31.
Try triple threat.
Mm-hmm.
Put himself in the match. Maybe they're both out cold on the side, did something crazy, and he comes in and makes the triple threat.
And I was telling my friend, I was like, well, you gotta think about it. Seth is really still hurt. Even though he's downplaying it, he's really hurt still.
And he's in 2 matches now, probably.
Yep. So that's a good chance they can go, you know what? We can put plug Damien in there so he can carry the match a little bit more.
Yeah. I'm ready to do something with it. I think it's time.
I can't wait. Wait for WrestleMania.
That's gonna be awesome.
I kind of got my girlfriend into it now. At first, she didn't want to. She wasn't a wrestling fan at first. Then she'll sit there and watch it with me a little bit.
Yeah, my kids, I'm kind of bringing them up the correct way. You know, gotta have them on there. But
I'm slowly trying to turn her into a wrestling fan. Is it working? She said, "Yeah, it's working." All right, man. It's been very fun.
Hey, well, maybe we can get you in on our wrestling show whenever we have it here.
Anytime. I'm there.
I know we'll have an off the ropes here pretty soon.
Diggs told me. He said, "Hey, you want to join a wrestling show?" I said, "Yeah."
Diggs is the antagonizer. He antagonizes everybody.
Diggs said, "You want to join a wrestling show with us?" I said, "Oh yes."
I thought
him
and Jeremy Hubbard were about to go, and they were going back and forth, and they were he was talking about he was going to be in this exploding tables match with go through 20 bar tables and kick out. He was just going off. they were going off, and it was just hilarious. But we have a lot of fun.
Diggs is something else, man. What Kyle at?
Kyle's on there. He always on there with us. It's me and Kyle and Brandon Ogden. You know, from the Tyler Paper. He does it with us. And
Brandon on there too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh wow.
We got
I definitely come.
It's a lot of fun. I'll let you know when we decide we're gonna have it, and we'll get you in.
Let me know. I'm in. Let me know. I love I can talk wrestling all day.
Sounds good, man. Well, that was just a lot of fun.
All right, buddy.
Hope everyone enjoyed tonight's wrestling / boys state preview talk. Maybe maybe we can do this again. Maybe after the games are over, we can see how we did.
Oh yeah, we definitely can do it again. We can preview who cut down the net and who didn't.
Well, thanks everyone for tuning in. We'll see y'all later.